Top story that we're tracking right here on Times Now, and it's on a scam where we have broken every piece of information and kept you ahead, because ultimately the SSC scam that has exploded in Bengal is not about just one individual Partha or any one particular political party. It's about the people who were cheated and defrauded, and it is this anger of the people that burst forth today. Even as Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee were produced in hospital for a medical checkup, a woman present there hurled her slipper at Partha. This action only showing the anger and disgust of the common people at the scale of corruption and graft being unearthed every week as the ED action in the SSC recruitment scam continues. After a slippergate, the lady gave voice to Bengal's Manus.
Thank you.
The action has led the opposition to sharpen its attack on Mamata Banerjee, reiterating that her delayed action against Partha Chatterjee has done nothing to assuage people's sense of hurt, especially since many ministers and MLAs connected to the scam continue to enjoy the party's backing. Also, the TMC tried to distance itself from the scam but stayed quiet on how main accused Arpita Mukherjee continued to enjoy the TMC platform during party functions and campaigns.
ये जो सिंडिकेट है अपा सिंडिकेट, इसकी मालकिन का नाम ममता बनर्जी है. शी इज द किंग पिन ऑफ द करप्शन. और आपने नेफ्यू अभिषेक बनर्जी, ही इज द डायरेक्टर ऑफ दिस सिंडिकेट. ये रुपया पार्थो जी का रुपया नहीं है, ये टीएमसी का रुपया है, ममता जी का रुपया है, उनकी भातीजा का रुपया है. ये 100 से ज़्यादा कलेक्टर का नाम मैं दिया, उसमें कुछ एमएलए भी है, कुछ मंत्री भी है. 4 एमएलए का लेटर हेड पैड भी मैं जमा किया, जिन्होंने लिस्ट करके दिया था. वो तो अंदर की बात है. केवल रुपया नहीं है, 50 करोड़ रुपया नहीं है, 200 करोड़ से ज्यादा प्रॉपर्टी का अभी तक बरामद हुई है. और भी कितना है भगवान जाने, आगे आएगा. बहुत लंबा मामला है, बहुत बड़ा घपला है. तो मानी किसी का ये तो पता चलेगा. उनका घर में है लेकिन उनको मालूम नहीं है कि रुपया किसका है. जिन्होंने देख रेख किया है, भेजा है, उनको मालूम नहीं है. ऐसा नहीं चलता है. सब मालूम है, बहुत लोग इसमें जुड़े हुए हैं, इसलिए थोड़ा समय लगेगा सच्चाई सामने आने में.
This, in fact, public anger or backlash has come out on a day when the ED has carried out fresh raids on properties related to Partha Chatterjee and Arpita Mukherjee. Total of 7 places were raided across Kolkata. 2 residences of Arpita were targeted, along with 2 nail art studios in South Kolkata and Tobinagar in North Kolkata. Additionally, 2 more residences in Barasat and Madhurdharha were also searched. But when confronted with questions, both Arpita and Partha denied that the cash recovered was theirs.
আমার অনুপস্থিতিতে আমার টাকা ঢোকানো হয়েছে.
All right, let's take this across to our guest joining us. We have with us Sandeep Ghosh, political commentator and author. Also with us is Badal Debnath, who's the leader of the TMC. Mr. Debnath, I'll begin with you first. What is being seen, or at least the responses coming in, is that this is a spontaneous anger of the people that is bursting forth. And of course, the BJP has come out to say because of the delayed action of TMC in terms of actually distancing and also the fact that there are several within the party currently who enjoy the support of the leadership of the party, but no action is being announced against them. Your response to that?
Let me clear about this. Partha Chatterjee has been expelled from the party, and West Bengal Chief Minister Mamata Banerjee has been relieved from the post of the minister. Number 2, he will be able to say, well, that he has done corrupt and not. And ED is investigated, and sometime the real facts will come out. Number 3, what can you tell me, Union Minister, Mr. Amit Shah's son, Joy Shah, after becoming Secretary of BCCI, how is his income increasing in crores of rupees? Will CBI and ED investigate for that? Sir, दिलीप घोष एवं शुभेंदु अधिकारी ऑपोजिशन लीडर ऑफ बीजेपी अभी बहुत कुछ बोल रहा है। मैं बार बार आप लोगों को मैं कहना चाहता हूं, इन्वेस्टिगेशन करने दीजिए, उसके बाद टोटल रिपोर्ट आ जाएगा। और सर, अर्पिता चटर्जी के घर से, अर्पिता के घर में कुछ
सर रोज रेड हो रहा है, रोज पैसा रिकवर हो रहा है। अर्पिता एंड पार्था से दैट इज मनी is not ours, हमारा पैसा नहीं है. What is the common man to make of it? Where was this money coming from? And if such a huge amount of money was being collected, is it possible that nobody else knew about it? Let me take that question across to Sandeep Ghosh. Sandeep Ghosh, of course, you have the TMC, in fact, putting the blame at the BJP, also pointing out to their instances of alleged corruption. But two wrongs cannot make a right. And the fact that we are seeing the public anger come out in this manner, where the common citizen is so incensed with the kind of brazen and blatant corruption where crores and crores have been hoarded away by allegedly these leaders, as per what the agency says, there is no explanation coming in, and this is going to continue to be a very significant issue or a sticking point, politically speaking, at least in the state of West Bengal, because there are just fresh revelations coming out every day.
See, Madhav, first of all, I don't think there is any need to respond to the PMC spokesperson's references to Amit Shah's son, etc. The two cases are chalk and cheese. If at all there is a corruption there, it's nothing to do with the kind of corruption which one is talking about here, which is a political corruption by a politician and which has been caught, in blatant camera. Now, when you're talking about the anger, this one isolated incident does not show or prove anything. It could be also a matter of somebody who's a person who just lost her cool or whatever they have done. But the bigger issue is today, what is the common people in West Bengal thinking? I saw a long 10-minute video by one of the top movie directors of Bengal, celebrated movie director. He was saying that what are the so-called intellectuals, who were earlier in one part and today here, why are they silent? Why are those people not opening their mouth? And so those are the issues, and that is what Trinamool needs to be worried about. As I've always said, it is a matter of perception. It's a matter of, there has been, nobody can deny there is a perception of large-scale corruption in West Bengal. It is a question of now, the chickens coming home to roost. And Partha Chatterjee is probably the starting point.
All right, chickens are coming home to roost. Partha Chatterjee is probably the starting point. Respond to that, Badal Devnath, because the charges and the cash stashes are just coming out day after day. In fact, you've seen the BJP come out to say that that slipper that was hurled today was meant for Mamata Banerjee. That's what the BJP is saying.
Sir, can you tell me, please? Sir, all that opposition leader, opposition of the country are thieves too. Only BJP leaders are saints. साधु है, सब साधु. How is this possible? मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, crores of rupees are being spent through the government of any state, and the BJP sent. Crores of rupees are being spent of the destroy the government, and they are sent. सरकार भागने के लिए, खेलने के लिए, सरकार तोड़ने के लिए करोड़ रुपया, 200 करोड़, 100 करोड़. गुजरात में लाखों करोड़ रुपया का ड्रग्स मिल रहा है. यूपी में weapons scam में शिवराज सिंह चौहान के खिलाफ.
So what does that have to do with this case? One second, sir. If there is evidence of any of this money exchanging hands, please put it out in the public domain. My question to you at the moment is what we are discussing vis-a-vis Partha. I'm not here to defend if there is any act or wrongdoing that has been done by anyone in the BJP. That's fine. You can raise those allegations. But let us go by the facts in this particular case. The fact is that a slipper has been thrown today. And sir, can you deny that this represents the public's outrage and disgust at this episode, where crores and crores are being recovered from flats? Who does this money belong to? We don't know, because both Partha and Arpita say it's not ours. What's going on, sir?
बिल्कुल सर, आपने बिल्कुल सही किया, लेकिन पार्थो चैटर्जी का मैंने फिर मैं एक पे कहना चाह रहा, पार्थो चैटर्जी has been expelled from the party. इसलिए मैं लेना चाहता हूँ, लेकिन
sir, what about the others associated with this episode who are still within TMC? Will action be taken on them also?
मैं आपको इसलिए कहा, he will be able to stay with what is done at the corrupt and not, and ED is investigating, and sometimes the real fact will come out.
Okay, let the facts come out. But Sandeep Ghosh, you know, this is the allegation. The allegation, to the best of my understanding, is this, that there are others linked to this supposed scam, this SSC scam, who are still very much in TMC. Will action be taken on those individuals? We haven't got a clear answer yet from Mr. Badal Devnath. Sandeep Ghosh.
That's one, Madhav. And the second thing is just expelling a person for this kind of a humongous, visible irregularity is not enough. The state government, the TMC themselves should have their own investigation to figure out. This is ultimately a question of their own credibility. Also, you just cannot hang one person. Okay, somebody has done a small offense, etc. You say that we don't know out. But here, this 50 crores, you see the list of properties of Partha Chatterjee, which is coming out. They say you need a separate, counting machine to keep a list of the properties which are coming out of Partha Chatterjee. His flats, his dumpers, trucks which are operating, and the whole works. So Trinamool Congress has to also initiate its own investigation. His job doesn't end by washing their hands off by saying we have expelled them from the party. What is Trinamool? And I keep repeating, Ms. Mamata Banerjee has said Calcutta police is second only to the Scotland Yard. Now, if Calcutta police is second to the Scotland Yard, what is the Calcutta police doing in this matter?
Very, very important questions. Respond to that, Badal Devnath.
मैं आपको इस बारे में हिंदी में मैं कहना चाहता हूँ, संदीप बाबू आप भी सुन लीजिए। बांग्ला के संस्कृति, बांग्ला के कल्चर पूरा देश के अंदर, पूरे विश्व के अंदर एक अलग अलग थीम से चलता है। बंगाल काली पूजा, सरस्वती पूजा, विवेकानंद, ऋषि अरविंद का बांग्ला है, विवेकानंद नेताजी सुभाष चंद्र का बांग्ला है। इस बांग्ला अभी तक इस विषय में, इस सब्जेक्ट के ऊपर आज तक इतना पैसा कोई करोड़ करोड़ लोग, 10 करोड़ लोग देखा नहीं है। बंगाल का कल्चर ऐसा नहीं है। मैंने फिर से मैं आपको अनुरोध करूंगा, एक बंगाल के वोटर हूँ, बासिंदा हूँ या नागरिक हूँ, मैं सिटीजन हूँ और पूरा देश के मैं सिटीजन हूँ। मैं एक बार रिक्वेस्ट करूंगा, पूरा जांच होने दीजिए। जांच होने के बाद किसका पैसा क्या है और पार्थ चैटर्जी को पार्टी से एक्सपेल किया गया और पार्थ चैटर्जी को दोषी पाया जाए तो उसके ऊपर दीदी ने कह दिया, कहते उसको फांसी में लौटा दो, आई डोंट केयर, दीदी ने खुद कह दिया। और अर्थात मैं कहना चाहता हूँ इस विषय में पार्टी चर्चा नहीं करना चाहते, लेकिन पार्थोदा हमारे सीनियर लीडर थे। जांच पूरा होने दीजिए, दोषी पाया जाता है उसका तो फांसी होने दीजिए, जेल होने दीजिए, कड़ी से कड़ी सजा होने दीजिए, कोई बात नहीं है। लेकिन दोषी नहीं होगा, अर्पिता का पैसा होगा। अर्पिता अभी निकल रहा है, अर्पिता जुआ खेलते थे, बेटिंग करते थे, बेटिंग में पैसा लगाते थे, उसका बहुत सारे पैसा कमाने का बहुत सारे जगह ऐसे लोग जो जिसके साथ रिलेशन है उसके पास से करोड़ करोड़ रुपया तो पैसा मिलेगा। लेकिन पार्थ चैटर्जी बोल रहा है ये मेरा पैसा नहीं है।
A small time actor of Bengal who acts in TV serials, if they can earn 50 crores, I think you will be giving Kareena Kapoor and Alia Bhatt and people a complex who are, who I don't think earn anything close to that. If just by acting in some Odia films, TV serials and this thing, and assuming they play, there should be another set of people who are willing to lose 50 crores for her to get 50 crores. Let's not brush it aside. People will, this is the thing, living in denial, people in Bengal are no longer going
Sir,
to...
not only that 50 crores rupees, उसके साथ साथ लाखों करोड़ रुपया का घर मिल रहा है, मकान मिल रहा है, दलील मिल रहा है, सिर्फ अर्पिता के नाम से। और पार्थ चैटर्जी के साथ उसका रिलेशन है, ये भी हम सब पहले तो जानता नहीं था।
That's exactly that only makes the point made by Sandeep Ghosh stronger, sir. If there's so much of money being found, what is the source of this money, if not for this scam which is being alleged? That's the question that people really want to know the answer of. Unfortunately, there are no answers coming forth yet. Investigating agencies are certainly doing their job, but of course, the political allegations also, in fact, in this entire matter, charges and counter charges only continuing. Meanwhile, public anger, of course, is quite visible and palpably visible in this particular case. I'd like to thank both our guests for joining us, Sandeep Ghosh as well as Badal Devnath for joining us and getting us your perspective on the story. Moving on to another